will we get anything meaty in this? I don't think so. I don't think we're gonna get anything really spectacular. Where we're gonna be like, holy shit! Like they announced a new game. There are a few Kingdom Hearts games that are being worked on at the moment. I think the mobile games are still being worked on, and that could kind of show the light of day at this festival here. So we might see that. What I'm really looking forward to, that I've been kind of gaining a lot
Mhm.
of more of with as far as like the rumors go. I'm like, all right, this might happen based off of what I've been seeing. Is a lot of people are mentioning that there might be a potential Disney Plus animated series for Kingdom Hearts,
Oh my.
and I think that'd be really really fucking dope. I think it's really time for that to actually happen because
Get people really invested into this. They would make so much money. People would eat that
if they
up.
make it right, I think it would be done really well, and people would devour that. I mean, from what I've been seeing, Kingdom Hearts has been referenced in a few projects already. Right here, I've noticed that Disney Plus latest Mickey Mouse special, they did show a scene where Minnie Mouse opens the door and she has a bunch of Mickey Mouse's things, as far as like his keyblade and his hat. So again, those are things that reference Kingdom Hearts, and that's like really odd to see outside of Kingdom Hearts, right? Which is pretty cool to see it nonetheless.
I hope the fact that Sora came to Smash, I still can't believe in Smash, but the fact that he
Can't believe it.
came to Smash, it kind of opened the floodgates for Kingdom Hearts to branch out more and become more available to everyone, and not just play these games and that's it. Like make shows, make you know other stuff. Like get people invested into the lore
Yeah,
of Kingdom Hearts. Because it's actually as insane as the story is. It's a good story. It's cool.
convoluted, but it's good. I
Yeah,
will say
it
that.
is solid. It is a solid story, and
If you take the time to invest in it, that's the thing. You know.
yeah, there is a lot to unpack with Kingdom Hearts. You have to watch like a 8 hour video to understand
And
everything.
yeah, and then some people will say, well, if I have to watch another video just for me to understand the concept of the story, then why is it doesn't mean it's good. And to be
Eh,
fair, I get that, sure, but it's like any deep lore. If you get invested into it, think of Elden Ring. You don't know shit about the story unless you really invest into it, and then you actually like
then you're like, oh man, because there's so
then
many
you
like
really understand what you're playing.
little
Right.
pieces here and there that you would have never picked up. But not the fact that you need those pieces to fully understand it, but it helps
Right.
paint the picture for you.
Right. There's numerous games that do that. Destiny does a phenomenal job of doing that too. You don't really get the full picture unless you go out and actually search for it, And then when you do, you're like, holy shit, this makes sense. Holy shit, the story is much better than what I
Even
thought it
Halo,
was.
even Halo does that
Halo.
in
Yep.
Infinite, right? You go in and there's like logs that you listen to, and that paints stories of like the other people that have been there before, what happened. So I think with Kingdom Hearts, yes, there's a general story that you can look up real quick, like the basics. But if you really want to dive deep, here's a problem though, and I'll tell you this right now with the lore: is Kingdom Hearts kind of shot themselves in the foot with the story when they started dividing up the games into different consoles, and like it's over here, it's over there, it's over here,
Yeah.
and like you have to play every single one to get each piece, and that's just and everyone is all of them are different in gameplay in a sense, almost right. Like Dream Drop Distance is different. Chain of Memories is different from Kingdom Hearts 2. Even Kingdom Hearts 2 to Kingdom Hearts 3 is freaking different.
And
So
each game plays a vital role to the story, which is like you would think, okay, the handheld games, I would probably skip that because it's just a handheld. It
those are
doesn't
more
really
like
take
prequels. Like
right, but
that's
they
what
still are deeply invested in the
into
story. If you
story.
don't play those games, you're gonna miss out a big chunk of the story. So that's the problem with that. Going back to the animated series, though, how insane would that be if they actually put in the money and time resources to make an actual animated Kingdom Hearts series? Like, I think that would be fucking dope, and I think, oh man, that would be really cool, man. I would love to see that, dude. I would love to see
So
that.
here's my thing with Disney. They have a lot of eggs in their basket with Marvel. Right. Eventually, the Marvel stuff will get old in a sense. Like the superhero Marvel stuff. At what point it's gonna be like there's not what we're gonna do Hulk again, we're gonna do Iron Man again, right? They could,
I don't
but
think it'll get old. I think they'll just run out of source material.
right. It's just gonna be overplay too much. It's going to be too much things going on. I mean, look at DC. DC has freaking Batman. Like we have like 18 Batman films, right?
Mhm.
Think about how many Iron Man films have we had in the past couple years, like one.
Right.
You know what I mean? So that's the thing is I think they need something else to kind of like branch out a little bit to get people into
But do
and
you
run
think
with
Kingdom
that.
Hearts is it? I don't. I feel
Yeah,
like
because look,
Disney
you could
doesn't think of Kingdom Hearts. I think Kingdom Hearts to them is like the redheaded stepchild.
yeah,
I
but
feel like that
think of
sometimes.
this. Think of like the life you could breathe into the other old Disney IPs, right? You
Yeah.
have like Lion King. You can pump life into those, and people are going to be more invested in the Lion King and Aladdin and Cinderella and stuff like that because now they're like, well, what world are we visiting today, Sora? You know,
Hmm.
we're going to fucking Cinderella's fucking bitch. Let's our shoe again. You know, get a
Yeah.
gonna fight Heartless with the Heartless took the shoe. You know what I mean? But like that is, I feel like that is what I want to see.
So that wasn't the only show that Kingdom Hearts was referencing. It was actually another one here with Disney Plus as well. The latest Proud Family Louder and Prouder show introduced a fun little scene where there's a kid playing his what seems like his Switch, and in the background, I don't know, he has some. Oh, is that his screens? I think that's the screens, right? Like his laptop screen or something. You see in the background the Destiny Island, and then you see like the iconic stairs going up for Kingdom Hearts. Did you see those?
Yes, yes, yes. I'm seeing it. Right, the literally Kingdom Hearts. Yeah, and it's
It's
literally
Kingdom Hearts,
Sora. Yep.
100%. Yeah, and yeah, it just looks like they definitely played that role perfectly there. Like it looks perfect. And then I have a tweet here from the one of the people that actually built it into the system there, or not in the system, into the show. And she says this is from Brenda Williams. She wrote, "It's really wild because I didn't really realize the Kingdom Hearts 20th anniversary would be happening as ours episode would air. Thank you to the director of this episode, Nicholas," and she kind of tagged, or her name is Tara Nicole, for asking me, "Hey, Bree, what video game should KG play?" And immediately I thought, why not Kingdom Hearts? So shout out to Brenda for that. That's an awesome little nod to Kingdom Hearts there.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of hints here. There's a lot of hints. And usually, if you see anything involving Kingdom Hearts, there's something bigger coming. Again, remember with Sakurai with the Sora thing, the Sora logo? It was
Yeah,
actually like, oh, yeah, that was a hint. And then you see the Minnie Mouse, she's holding Mickey's Keyblade.
right.
You see the Proud family, they're literally playing Kingdom Hearts. So they're flexing that Kingdom Hearts muscle a little bit. And when they do, usually means something is coming.
I hope so, man. This could also just be, hey, we're giving tribute to Kingdom Hearts. It is part of our IP, and we want to show you that we care about this franchise regardless of what you guys think. That's my I don't know. I don't want to think too much into this. I don't want to think that an animated series is coming. Although I would love that, I just don't see Disney really investing that much time with it, at least right now.
Right. I think they might test the waters of it and see how it
I think
goes.
this is testing the waters, if anything. I think they're like, oh, let's put this in this episode. Let's put this in this episode. See how that kind of pans out and what reaction we get from the crowd. And if
Well,
it's big enough, we might do something about this.
it's a pretty big reaction because Kingdom Hearts is, like I said, the fact that they don't really need Final Fantasy characters anymore to do what they do, right? I
Right.
remember that was a big draw, right, to get people in. Like, oh, it's Final Fantasy and Disney. Okay, cool. And then they slowly started taking away the Final Fantasy characters, and then like if you think about Kingdom Hearts 3, there's barely any Final Fantasy characters in that. It's all Disney, and the characters that they created within that universe. So Kingdom Hearts is now its own thing.
Yeah.
It's not piggybacking off of Final Fantasy anymore.
I kind of feel like this is probably another topic for another day, but I feel like Kingdom Hearts would be better off removing itself from Disney and just going with their own characters that they have. I think Kingdom Hearts
It's strong
Disney
enough.
is strong enough for sure with its own IP that it doesn't need Disney anymore. But I think the Disney part of Kingdom Hearts kind of brings it back. It kind of like takes it back a little bit, I mean, again, we could talk about this another time,
forever.
but
Yeah, right.
I definitely feel like the way they handle Final Fantasy, the way Nomura handles Final Fantasy 7 compared to Kingdom Hearts 3 was night and day. The way the production value in Final Fantasy 7
Oh
was
my.
high, way higher,
Oh
you
yeah.
know, and you could definitely tell where they invested their money in, and I really wish they did that
For Kingdom
to
Hearts
Kingdom
3.
Hearts, yeah, because
Yeah.
it's a little lacking in some aspects, especially like dialogue and just the way animations are and stuff like that. I just feel like they kind of not.
Listen, I'm happy we actually got it. Like that's my
Yeah,
thing.
yeah.
Like
No,
we
I'm
actually
not
got
hating
the
on it.
game, and the ending was great, and everything was kind of put like a bow in it, and then they left speculation for more. But I hope the fourth game fixes what the third game did essentially. So not saying third game's bad. It's not bad, but would I say it's probably one of the worst in the series? Maybe.
You think Kingdom? Oh, I'm okay. I'm not even gonna go into that.
Kingdom Hearts
That's
2, Kingdom Hearts 2, Kingdom Hearts, then 1, then 3, in that order.
okay. Just like in the main series.
Yeah, the main. No, I'm not saying like the little
Gotcha.
fucking whatever games. I'm
Okay.
saying the main series. And I'm not saying the game's bad. I'm saying that again, the Kingdom Hearts 3 felt. I don't want to say rushed, but it felt like it was when it came out. It already felt kind of old, in a sense.
It was lacking in some aspects.
Yeah,
I definitely think, like I think we talked about this years ago, but the game felt rushed towards the end, and it had most of the meaty story elements towards the end of the game itself. Right, it had a pacing issue for sure.
I hated the amusement park rides. I think they were gimmicky. I don't think they were great.
Yeah,
They were gimmicky. That's what they were. It was cool to use the first time. Like yeah, but it made the game way too easy
yep.
and
The game is
uh,
way too easy.
right. And the Keyblades were kind of lackluster. I feel like. I mean, it was cool that they transformed. That was kind of cool. But you know, where's the Oblivion? Where's Oathkeeper? Where's the
I mean,
original?
you failed to play the the updated version, like the more
Oh, that
superior
no,
version.
they were available. Oblivion and Oathkeeper were available. You could get them in the game. It just was like you had to get like some kind of add-on or something to be able to get them or something. I forget what it was.
Yeah, you needed to play the DLC
To get Oathkeeper and Oblivion? Is
to
that
get
what it
one
was?
of them, to get
Yeah,
Oathkeeper
yeah,
or one of those. Yeah, to get both of them in the game. But
yeah.
regardless, I hope I'm not gonna get my expectations up for this event. I know something is going to happen. It's just not gonna happen at the time of the
Right.
event, So we'll see. Nonetheless, we're that much closer to getting Kingdom Hearts 4 each day, so that is exciting to me.
Listen, I'll take what I can get with Kingdom Hearts. That's how it's going to be. That's it.
Yeah, for sure.